Well, a 3-1 win, ultimately, Steve. What's the verdict?
A 3-1 win, that's probably the verdict. A little bit patchy, but that's going to always happen when you're putting a team of lads together that don't play on a regular basis. We deliberately picked a very young team tonight. I know we were playing their under 23s, but I think our average age would have been somewhere around about 22, 23 tonight, and in the second half slightly younger, maybe 21, 22. So, that was quite good. I thought that it was a good game for our lads. Pity we had to play the centre-backs in the first half and the centre-backs in the second half, but that's where we are. We're a little bit light in that area in the club as regards younger players coming through, and we've got more of them coming through in attacking areas. So it was a good game for those lads tonight. Really, really important game for them, fitness-wise, trying to get some rhythm into their play, which is always very difficult when the time with them playing, a month ago, and then there's not another game for another month for them, so it makes it really, really difficult. But I thought in the first half, we were okay up until they scored, and then all of a sudden the goal seemed to affect us, which it does. It not only affects games, it affects mindsets, and then all of a sudden they could have maybe scored another goal before half time. In the second half, I felt we did a few more things that we worked on very lightly yesterday on the training ground, of course, but you don't have much turnaround time when you've got to get work into another team, if you know what I mean. And in the second half, we did a few more of the things that we worked on in training yesterday, so that was pleasing. I suppose the disappointing fact in the first half was that they'd forgotten it, but they were much better with it in the second half. And I thought in the end we deservedly won the game.
And how pleased with the youngsters? Callum Wilson coming in for his first team debut. Louis Lloyd, his first start. Charlie Caton, Tom Bloxham as well.
Yeah, well, so out of those, so in reverse order, Tom wasn't as good tonight, even though he scored, as he has been. Charlie Caton, I thought, did a lot better in the second half than he did in the first, but I thought he was a little bit more tenacious in the second half. That got him involved more. Louis Lloyd looked like he missed pre-season, but is striving to get his fitness up, and had a bit of cramp at the end. I'm obviously pleased with him. And then probably out of all of them, you'd have to say Callum tonight I thought was excellent, and I was really, really pleased for him. He's such a nice lad, and always on your debut you want it to be a memorable one, and I'm sure the lads just give him a big round of applause in there, so that was nice for him tonight.
We know that Tom Bloxham has obviously become a regular first team squad member. Can the other youngsters involved tonight also hope to do the same in the coming weeks and months?
I don't really know. I think that's a little bit early. You can't have all of them out there, and certainly in the predicament we're in at the moment, you can't have all of them out there. So, at the moment, I think what they are is they're training in and around the first team all the time, every day, week in, week out, and that will hopefully get them better, stronger, because there's obviously we'll have weight circuits twice a week. So with that, hopefully and their natural growth will make them bigger and stronger. So yeah, at the end of the day, these games are about what we want to do, and this one was no different to the last one. We were sort of seconds away from the last one from a penalty shootout, which would have been another good test for the younger boys, because we would have seen them take penalties. So yeah, all in all, pleased with it. We haven't come out with it with any injuries, quite a few tired legs, but no more than what we would expect anyway.
Were you pleased with the lads who have been in and around the first team, who have been coming on as subs and have been on the bench as unused subs in the last few weeks, getting 90 minutes tonight?
Oh yeah, delighted with them getting 90 minutes, because they need it. They need it. What happens after pre-season, as I've always said, at the height of pre-season, right at the back of it, that's probably you'll be the fittest throughout the season. And then for those that are not playing, even those that do play, that have ended up coming out of the team, even if that happens, their fitness levels dip, because when they go back to doing a few pre-season runs again, they find them incredibly hard. So, I think it was really important that they got 90 minutes in tonight. That's why, we didn't want to make any subs, really. Only the two subs with the 2 centre backs for another 2 centre backs at half time. We left one open that we may need one. I didn't know whether it was going to be more of a striker. It was either going to be a Ryan Bowman, a Dan Udoh. Potentially it was going to be, you know, Luke Leahy. If whatever we felt was all we needed to keep one up our sleeve until late in the game.
Is it a case, given how the results have been in League One, that places are very much up for grabs at the moment?
Well, I don't. So what you've done there, you've asked me probably the same question, but you've just put it differently, which is quite good. I'm impressed with it. So what you're asking me is if any of them they're going to get in the team based on them winning tonight and us not winning on a Saturday. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've got some kids out there tonight, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. But really good try.
Looking forward to the weekend now, Steve?
Yeah, always.
The week ahead?
Yeah, looking forward to the weekend. I was looking forward to this game though. You know, I haven't really thought too much about the weekend. That'll probably start tomorrow. Now we've got sort of a clean bill of health from tonight, we can look into the weekend, but probably more tomorrow that I will start focusing on Ipswich when the other guys have had a day off.
And just finally, Josh Daniels not involved
Yeah.
tonight. Josh Feller, of course, we know
Yeah.
is injured. Have
Yeah.
either of those got a chance maybe for the weekend?
I don't think so. No. Yeah, I suppose you've had more of an update on Josh Feller, but Josh Daniels, he's gone over on his ankle, and he just, you know, to be fair to him, he's a tough boy, like, and he hasn't been able to do anything, walk on it properly at the moment. So it's funny because he injured it at half time the other week. He rolled it, and then he ended up going on the pitch late in the game for Elliot Bennett, and then the following day in training rolled it again, the same ankle, which was, I suppose, a little bit of a disappointment for him really. But hopefully he'll be okay soon. But I think the weekend, I don't envisage him being in around the squad the weekend, and probably the same with Els.
Thanks for your time, Steve.
Pleasure.